Hey guys, it's GoBlue1117. I'm back for some more Fire Emblem 7. So this video, we're going to start part 2 of the game, chapter 11, which is going to be Eliwood's quest. So first we're going to have a little bit of a history of the continent of Eliwood and the scouring. Okay, so from that we learned that there was a war with dragons and humans called the Scouring, and that 7 great warriors vanquished the dragons and formed their own territories in Eliwood. And that happened about a millennium ago, but it seems that something about that is going to come up again during this time. And we also learn that Lord Albert, the Marquis of Fairy, has gone missing, and his son Eliwood, who is the main character for this main part of the game, in part 2, is going to look for him. So that is pretty much our overarching goal here throughout pretty much the rest of the game. So we start out with, I believe, 3 units. Or no, I guess right now it's only 2, but we're going to get a couple more in a minute. But we have Eliwood, who is going to start out as a level 1 Lord. And then that's Marcus, who I believe starts out as a level 1 Paladin, which is the upper class of the Cavaliers, like what we saw with Sane and Kent in the last part of the game. So if they were to class up, they would become a Paladin. So right now Marcus is incredibly over level, so he's going to have pretty much no battle action for a long time. But here in chapter 11, looks like our main problem is these bandits led by Grozny, who have invaded the town. And so it looks like we got a couple more allied units here. So that's Lowen. He is a level 2 Cavalier who is under Marcus's command. And we're also going to have one of the townsfolk, who this is Rebecca, level 1 Archer. So pretty much exact same thing as Will when we first got him. Although Will may have actually started out at level 2, but whatever. So yeah, right now we got a swordsman, a paladin, a cavalier, and an archer. which is good because we have 3 of the 4 units can use swords, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of axe-wielding bandits here. And yeah, if you don't remember, we did meet Eliwood in like chapter 7 or chapter 8 of the last part of the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. We got a village up to the northeast that we're going to want to go to. And so here, we'll go ahead and start out with Eliwood. This is a what was I going to say? Oh, his weapon of choice right now is the rapier, which is a pretty strong sword. Right now, Eliwood is so weak that it's not that strong, but if you hold on to it long enough, and it's a weapon that only Eliwood can use, and if you hold on to it long enough, it's not as powerful as the Manicotti, but it's still pretty powerful and good, very effective against, I think it's infantry, but I'm not positive about that. It might be cavalry. And now we got a couple more units, and of course we know Dorcas on the left took part in the last part of the game, and this is his acquaintance Barter, who is also a I think they call them fighters. So Barter's going to start out as a level 2 fighter, and as you can see, the rapier definitely a high critical rate. And I'm going to pretty much spend this chapter trying to get as many kills as possible with Eliwood. As you can see, very weak. He's only at level 1. And the other main character of the game that we've met so far, was Lynn, is already at level 9. So we're going to want to get Eliwood and Hector, who's going to be the other lord we're going to find next chapter. We're going to want to get them up in the levels pretty quickly. Showed Lowen and Rebecca. I do not really plan on using either of them in the long term, so, and Barter probably not either. I'm probably going to use one fighter in the game. That's probably going to be Dorcas. But for the short term, I am going to try and level up Barter a little bit so that he can be useful in the following chapters. So see, okay, I want to move Marcus, because I definitely don't want to get any kills with Marcus. So I'm pretty much just going to take Eliwood and Barter and try and not get any kills with anybody else. And it looks like Dorcas has an energy ring, so I'm going to want to use that on probably either Eliwood or on Lynn. And Eliwood got another critical there. It's nice. He'll be leveling up pretty soon. It's nice to be back to a point where we can actually gain a decent amount of experience from some of the kills we get. I'm going to go ahead and give Eliwood the iron sword that Lowen has, because I don't want to waste Eliwood's rapier. I'm going to go ahead and give Lowen Marcus' steel sword, just in case Lowen needs to be in a situation where it'd be advantageous to have him have a sword, because I'm not going to use Marcus at all. Because Marcus, for killing one of these guys, will probably gain 2 experience. So it's absolutely worthless. Go ahead and attack you. Yeah, Barter for a level 2 fighter, he is pretty strong. But I'm still definitely think Dorcas is probably the better unit. If not, just because it's going to take less kills to get him to the same level as it would Barter, since Dorcas already got however many kills earlier. So here in this village, we're gonna get a dragon shield. So that's pretty much like an energy ring, except instead of raising attack, it'll raise defense. So that's gonna be helpful, and I might actually save that until we get Lynn back and probably use it on Lynn, because Lynn's defenses are absolutely horrid. At level 9, she had 3 defense and 1 resistance, which is not really what you want out of any of your main characters. Let's go ahead and kill you. No. Yeah, I'll just use the rapier. You do get a rapier later in the game, I think, that an enemy drops it. Either that or you get it from like a village or a chest. But it is possible to at least get 1 more rapier during the game. So if you do go ahead and waste it in the first 3 chapters and just use it up then, that's not a big deal. And I'm thinking I'm just going to give the energy ring to Eliwood so that he can start using the iron sword on these bandits. And I'll give Rebecca up. Yeah, this is definitely a short chapter though. It shouldn't take more than about 20 minutes, including whatever like dialogue is at the end. And we do have an armory over to the west of us. Or I think that's or no, maybe that's a vendor. I don't know. I think there might be an armory as well though, somewhere. Maybe not. But there'll be an armory, I'm sure, somewhere along the line. So I'll be able to grab another sword for Lowen then. If that's not an armory, it might be. And let's go ahead and probably would wait there. Yeah, it's just a vendor. But I'm gonna go ahead and just not worry about it. Because all they have is vulneraries and actually, yeah, I guess I could use some vulneraries since I do have 10,000 gold to start out. And go ahead and get a vulnerary to you. For later, Marcus does not need a vulnerary because he's not going to take part in any battles. At least I hope not. And Rebecca's got a vulnerary. For the first few chapters of part 2 of this game, we're going to not be able to do the pre-battle screen thing where we can choose units and all that. So I just want to make sure that everybody is protected so that nobody dies, even if I probably won't use them later. But I think somewhere around chapter 15, we're going to get the pre-battle preparation screen again. And it looks like we got 2 archers, 2 regular bandits, and then the boss, who's not even a promoted unit, so it's not going to be a big deal. Go ahead and kill you. Okay, let's see if I can get. I'd like to see if I could get Eliwood to level 4, which probably would mean 1 more kill and then defeating the boss as well. That would get him at least very close to level 4. which would mean I could kind of focus on Hector. Chapters 12 and 13. And I don't see any reason to kill you. Yeah, I guess I'll get weakening with Rebecca. Rebecca apparently could be, I've heard a lot of people say she is a really good unit if you take the time to actually level her up, but I personally do not have the patience for that. When I already have Will at like probably close to level 7 or something, I think is where I left him at. So I don't really see the point, even if Rebecca's growths are a little bit better. Especially since I might not use an archer in the final chapter anyway. But I guess that's a long way away. Still got another 20 chapters or so, plus side quests. And Barter is getting pretty low on health. And then we're not going to have a healer for these first few chapters either. Or wait, no, we're going to get one, chapter 13. Will be the first time we can use a healer. That's right. So it's only the first 2 chapters that we go without one. Which is not that bad. Okay, so Eliwood won't quite level up by killing the boss. It's level 4, but he'll be close. And looks like the boss is all we have left. So I'll just end the turn and see. Can't kill him with that. And if he got lucky, he could actually kill Eliwood. I'll just go ahead and rescue him, though, if he hits me. Okay, he missed, so I can just leave Eliwood there. And that should pretty much be the chapter. And maybe Eliwood will level up, so level 4. And he got some resistance, too. He does start out with decent defense for a level 1 unit. Whereas already up to 5. Okay, let's just hit him twice. Okay, good. So yeah, it's chapter 11. Very easy chapter. It's very reminiscent of the first part of the game. Okay, and he didn't get to level 4, but he's only 14 XP away. Alright, so now we've saved the town, and we can move on our way to, try and find Lord Albert. So we just have a little bit of dialogue about our next destination, which is that we're gonna have to go to Laos, because they are preparing for war, so maybe that has something to do with Lord Albert's disappearance. So that's going to be our next destination. And then we're just going to have a little bit of dialogue in which Rebecca decides to join us. But that doesn't really matter. I probably will not bring her to any chapter where I'm not forced to. So once we get that preparation screen, I will stop bringing her to any chapter. So that's just about it. So I'll see you guys for chapter 12.